Right guys, my name is Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna be the guy to win the Universal title. Notice how I have no charisma, and I'm such a fucking loser. Sorry guys, I need some more LSD, cause I'm a fucking druggie. Yeah. Bitch, I need some more of that cock.
Wait, is he gone? Is he gone?
Roman Reigns showed up at my party.
I don't know how the hell he did it, but he showed up.
At my party. Roman, my friend, you're not welcome, bro. You're not welcome here until you turn heel, man. You're not welcome till you turn heel and make us want to say, fuck you, and rotate on it, motherfucker.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm just kidding.
Don't go fuck yourself. Just turn heel, bro. That's all you gotta do, man. But anyway, what is going on, people? This is your boy Bird2393 coming at you with another best and worst of Raw and SmackDown, episode 5 for January 24th and 25th. This was a tough week. I gotta admit, this was a very tough week for me, because a lot of things happened on both shows that were like, meh. That were, fuck it. But I do have a list, and as I'm gonna read my list, I'm also gonna read part of the reviews for both shows, because this is a tough one, because this is building towards the Royal Rumble, which made this difficult, people. I mean, if this wasn't a fucking pay-per-view, these weren't a closed show, go-home shows, I mean, my pick would be easy like always, but it made it difficult. One show was shitty, but built to the Rumble. One show was okay, but did no build whatsoever. I mean, that makes it right up here. So, I mean, we're going to go over the shows today. But as of right now, SmackDown is winning 4-0 against Monday Night Raw, on my personal opinions. That might change today, to be honest. But, I'm unbiased. I got a mind for the product that's not as strong as most people, but I got my own ideas, which I would do. Most of my ideas we all agree on. Everybody in the YWC agree on certain things. So let's get right into this. First of all, follow me on Twitter at RobbieBird23. That'll say Bird2393 as the Twitter name, which is this YouTube channel, which you should hit that subscribe button to follow more of my gaming content, more videos like this, weekly content, and then my news videos, which I will be doing later in the day as well. I got my opinions for top 5 breakout stars for this year who I want to break out and be successful. And it's going to shock some people. Let me just say that. But that's later in the day. We ain't got to worry about that right now. Right now we're going to worry about the best and worst of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. But like I said, I'm gonna read part of the review for both shows with the notes that I got written down, and we're gonna go over what show, in my opinion, did the job of building towards the Royal Rumble. That's what it's based on this week, people. Not who was good and who was better. Who did the most build to the Royal Rumble? We're gonna start with Monday Night Raw this week. We started with SmackDown these last couple weeks. We're gonna start with Raw this week. The Raw before a big pay-per-view usually includes a twist or two, and then Monday Night Raw. This last Monday Night Raw was no different, with a massive showdown to close the show, and Seth Rollins losing his spot in the Royal Rumble match. He's going to do something at the Rumble, people. So don't think of this as he's not just going to be there. He's going to do something. Let's see here. What can we do here? Raw results. Here we go. Raw opened up with a confrontation between Roman Reigns and the Universal Champion Kevin Owens and U.S. Champ Chris Jericho. Yawn. I was texting throughout the whole thing. I was also on Twitter. Didn't give a fuck. The result of that ended up into a rematch between Jericho and Roman Reigns. We're going to go about that later on in the night. That opening segment was fucking garbage. I was on Twitter and Facebook, Snapchat, all of that while that was going on. That was bullshit. We go from that boring fucking thing to something we've already seen. Luke Gallows versus Cesaro. Now, I have a problem with this because let me tell y'all something. This tag team title match between Gallows and Anderson versus Cesaro and Sheamus is going to be on the pre-show. Not the main card, the pre-show. Now tell me something here. If you're Cesaro and Sheamus, you just broke the record of the New Day in their longest tag team title run, and you're now on the pre-show? Don't you feel a little played or let back or pissed off? I mean, if I was the New Day, I would be pissed because the guys that beat us are on the pre-show. What the fuck? I don't know. But, Gallows defeated Cesaro. Some bullshit happened in the match where Carl Anderson got ejected. And he came back. Actually, he didn't get ejected, I'm sorry. So Sheamus chased him from the ringside area. Yeah, Carl Anderson came back, distracted Cesaro. Luke Gallows picked up the victory. And that's that. They go into their tag team title match with momentum. And do I think Gallows and Anderson are going to win? No. Cesaro and Sheamus will retain the titles. But we go from that. We're going to go from that. Before I even go any further, both of those things I just told you about the opening segment and Cesaro and Sheamus, excuse me, Cesaro and Gallows are the worst parts of Monday Night Raw. That's on my worst list, by the way. But, we go from that to something that I thought was outstanding. Not the competitors, the interview skills of Corey Graves and Bayley. Corey Graves interviewed Bayley and Charlotte. I don't give a fuck because none of them were exciting whatsoever. But Corey Graves, in my opinion, if you give him the right coaching and the right, person to work from and learn from, he will be a lead guy. He's a good color commentator. He's a great heel commentator. He's fucking awesome. I mean, Corey Graves' interview skills and commentary, both of those are on my best list. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I probably would not watch Monday Night Raw. He's one of the reasons why that announced team is better than what it was. So, Corey Graves, shout out to you. You're a fucking beast, bro. I fucking love you. But yeah, he interviewed Bayley and Charlotte. I'm not going to go over any of those interviews because it was both fucking garbage. But anyway, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins, that was on my best part of Monday Night Raw. Those two actually was the best match of the night. A somewhat of a surprise finish, but certainly an intriguing one, as mentioned above. The match itself threw some importance into the Royal Rumble match, as it was building towards the Royal Rumble match, as I was just mentioning. Both men were fighting for a spot, and it gave some additional credibility to Zayn for not only going blow for blow with Rollins, but pulling out the win. I agree. Sami Zayn actually now looks believable. Now, if WWE could get creative here, they could have him start with a low number, have him last to the very end. I mean, winning it would be awesome, but they would make a good, in my opinion, they would make a new start in that match. But yeah, Sami Zayn wins the match. What caused Rollins the match? Triple H's music went off. I was about to mark the fuck out on Twitter and be like, holy shit. But no Triple H. We find out this bullshit. Zayn picks up the victory. And that's that. We're going to take a break from Monday Night Raw. We're going to go over from that. We're going to start on Friday Night SmackDown. Actually, should I stay with Raw? We're going to stay with Monday Night Raw, actually. Because I don't want to confuse nobody. But, they've been promoting this new cruiserweight, Mustafa Ali, and I have not heard of him at all. But he's teamed with T.J. Perkins and Jack Gallagher to take on Ariya Daivari, Tony Nese, and Drew Gulak. Okay. Is anybody a fan of Jack Gallagher? Am I the only one that thinks Jack Gallagher is a fucking beast right now? Jack Gallagher is a fucking beast who, in my opinion, is funny as shit. He's gonna get over with the crowd if you give him time to do his thing. Like, you can't get anybody in the cruiserweight division over with just 5-minute matches. But Mustafa Ali hit Gulak with a reverse 450 and a precious move to clinch the victory. That's basically all that is right here. I didn't time it, but it was under 5 minutes. I know that for a fact. But that didn't even, yeah, that made the best part of the list because it was a good match. That was it. But there's no underlining feud. There's no understory here. Good match, but that was it. It made the best this week. One cruiserweight match did not make. Not all the cruiserweights made the worst part of my list this week. So, good job for y'all. Now, Kevin Dunn, give them more time. You fucking asshole. We go from that to the New Day with Big Cass entering himself in the Royal Rumble. And then we go to that, to Titus O'Neil, to basically talking shit, Rusev, and Steroid Mahal. By the way, you walking wellness piece of shit. You fucking asshole. They go from all that to Braun Strowman coming out, 8-man tag. There was plenty of jaw-jacking before the match, but once the action began, it was your standard 8-man tag bullshit. It says fair, but I'm saying bullshit because that's what it was. Since Strowman was in the match, it was quite obvious that he would get the pinfall. Obviously, I knew that was going to happen from the get-go. The question was, who was he going to bury? Especially with Amore in there to do the job as well. Ooh. Amore jobbed to Strowman. And then out comes the Big Show. Oh, well, it's the Big Show. Oh, well, it's the Big Show. Fuck you. What the fuck just happened? Who was that crazy bastard? Anyway, Big Show, I will say this, he lost a lot of fucking weight, bro. Big Show looks like a fucking beast. I will say that. He's lost weight, but he gotta shave that beard, man. Come on. What the hell kind of look are you trying to support, man? What the fuck is this beard? Like, I know my beard's a little fucking out of control. I'm about to go take care of that as soon as my videos are done, but Big Show, come on, bro. Gotta shave that beard, man. But, stare down between him and Braun Strowman. Everybody marked out. I was like, nah, not impressed. Nah, go fuck yourself. I walked up to go take a shit once Big Show walked out, though. But anyway, it ended with Roman Reigns, God forbid. Braun Strowman leaving the ring in retreat, and Big Show standing tall. We go from that bullshit to Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho. Do I really need to go over this again? Do I really have to? Basically the same shit. If you watch one Roman Jericho match, you've seen them all, people. I mean, that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna say much more than that. Jericho wins. I mean, Jericho lost by DQ. Owens attacks him. This whole segment ends with Kevin Owens in the shark cage, thrown in there by Roman Reigns, and Jericho eats a Superman punch and a spear, and they go off to commercial with Roman Reigns saying, yeah, I'm going to be the next champion. We come back. This is what's funny, though. We come back. Kevin Owens is still in the shark cage, in the ring, bitching about Mick Foley and how he's being unfair. And now we find out their match is no disqualification. Okay. Who does that favor? I have no idea, but I didn't care. But, I don't care about the women's interview, if I've just told y'all that. Nia Jax had a squash match. That's not worth talking about. Dude, and then, oh, okay, this should be on my list, but I didn't think to put it there. Emelina, you fucking slut. When are you coming to Raw? Are you... It's getting to the point where we don't fucking care. You fucking slut. They remade you. I know you probably had no say-so in it, but I'm not fully pissed off at you, though. But they remade your fucking gimmick, and... Dude, I'm about to go fucking bonkers with this shit, because Emma... I loved Evil Emma. I did. I might have said this last week. I don't remember, but I loved Evil Emma. I was so fucking crazed out for her. When she made her debut, WrestleMania, on the tour, I forgot what day it was, but she made her re-debut with Summer Rae, and it was a fucking beast, bro. I love her. Why did she have to get remade? It was bullshit. Her injury fucked her, in my opinion. Her being out of action with that back injury fucked her. But, either debut her next month, within the next couple weeks, or we don't care. I'm getting to the point where I don't care. And I'm a laid back motherfucker. And it's getting to that point, that's a problem. Rich Swann versus Noam Dar. Swann's Cruiserweight Championship was not up for grabs in the match. But, if anything, all that happens is Swann gets the victory. Swann calls out Neville. Neville shows up for the fight. Swann gets the best of Neville. Swann is standing tall. But, yeah. Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight title. I'm actually looking forward to that, actually. Then we go to this fucking botch fest. Oh my god. I was ready to drink. Dude, if I wasn't ready to kill myself before, this made me want to kill myself then. Goldberg, when he made his entrance, did anybody fucking notice he opened his fucking head open? That was fucking funny. He knocked himself loopy. He concussed himself and made himself like a fucking moron, bro. And then out comes Paul Heyman. Goldberg hit the ring, out the show, and gave his last promo for the Royal Rumble. He had cut his head from the second he stepped out of the locker room. Goldberg famously bangs on his door prior to leaving his dressing room, and he immediately started stumbling over his words once he entered the ring before composing himself. Good shit, by the way. Very few people can catch themselves if they go off. Goldberg did. Shout out to you, Bill. It's true professional. I will not stop at nothing to get the WWE Universal Championship, he said, and that means to Spear and Jack Capper 29 other people on Sunday. That's what I will do. Right after that statement, Paul Heyman came out and hyped up the show before introducing Brock Lesnar. Now, nobody knew Lesnar was there. Nobody advertised Brock, which was a shock to everybody there, which was a shock to me. But, quite thinking about it, no, it wasn't. It's the day before the Royal Rumble. You're going to have Brock Lesnar there if Goldberg's there. But, yeah. Heyman saved Goldberg from killing himself. I will say that. But, once Heyman kept talking and talking and talking, I was like, alright, just shut up. You said the same shit over and over and over again. Brock Lesnar gets in the ring. And right as we're about to head off the air, Undertaker shows up. Okay. Okay. Saved the segment from being total shit. Good thing Undertaker did show up. They go off the air with all three staring each other down. And that's the show. I have a problem with that, and I'm about to tell y'all why. You have 3 part-timers. Hang on, guys. I'm getting my notes ready for SmackDown as I'm talking to you guys. Hang on here. But as I'm doing this, I'm going to speak. I have a problem with 3 part-timers ending SmackDown ending Raw, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to build your talent, your young talent, as of right now, to do stuff that they're doing. And how can we get behind this younger talent? For example, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn. I could go on and on, people. But how can we get behind the young talent if we're being if the legends are taking spots that are no longer needing, that they don't have or don't need to have? Like, they have 3 spots in that Rumble that could be given to other guys that deserve it. So There's 8 spots in the Rumble that are not announced. It's either, I'm sorry, 7 or 8. One of those 2 numbers. But, Triple H said a tweet saying we are not going to expect the winner of this Royal Rumble. That makes me excited because we haven't had that unpredictability in a long-ass time. So, and there's a lot of believable names in here this year, which make it even more exciting. But, I have a problem with Raw ending the way it did. It did promote the Rumble, yes. Could it have done with part-time talent? Should have been done with regular talent? Regular talent, yes. If somebody from the current roster was in there with them, I would probably be not as bitching about it. But I said this the other night with my buddy Joe. He didn't have a problem with it. He knew what was going on, but it was just like, fuck it, it happened. But I don't know. It's a fucking botch fest. But anyway, we go from Monday Night Raw to Tuesday Night SmackDown. But we're gonna start off with Bray Wyatt versus not Bray Wyatt. Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Now, let's just say, okay, where am I at? Each story is different, so I'm trying to find the beginning of the story, guys. Okay, here we go. The story they told was one of the confusion. They wondered if that was the Wyatt's way. Oh, okay, well, hang on, that's the end of the story. I don't want to start from the end because that's fucking ridiculous. I am going to say this, though. Luke Harper, Randy Orton, while I find the beginning, they put on one hell of a fight. They opened up SmackDown with a great fucking match. It was one of, if not the best matches of the other night. Now, Randy Orton, I will say this about Randy. He can put on some good matches with some good people if they're fucking good. But if you put him in the ring like with Dean Ambrose, I will say this. I love Dean Ambrose. I do. I love his fucking gimmick. But he is not a good worker in the ring. He is not. He is not a good in-ring worker. And the fact, and they realized this as soon as they gave him the title. They took it from him, gave it to AJ. Good shit. But they gave him the IC strap, which I kind of like, I don't know what their plans are with him as the IC champion. What do you do with The Miz? He needs to be on that WrestleMania card, in my opinion. But, this is interesting. In an interesting development, Wyatt gave Luke Harper the Sister Abigail after Harper lost to Orton on Tuesday night. What does that mean? Probably nothing. Nothing Bray Wyatt and his sick twisted mind saying, you lost, I'm going to kick your ass just for that. It seems like nothing. It seems like Wyatt wasn't booting for Harper out of the family. That's not the story the announcers conveyed anyway. I don't think so either. I just think it's tough love. You lost. That's your punishment. The story told was one of the confessions. They wondered if that was Wyatt's way of showing Harper tough love, which could very well be the case, which I do agree with. Regardless, it was pretty interesting to see, and I am definitely intrigued to see how this will play out into the Wyatt family's time in the Royal Rumble, which I do agree with as well. If all three are in the Rumble, and it comes down to those three, which I doubt, but let's just say if it does, what do you think is going to happen? I truly think that it is going to be every man for himself. So, that's that. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to find the second half of second thing of Smack. The SmackDown results page is not in order, first of all, which is pissing me off right now as I'm trying to read you guys this fucking shit, but it's fucking bullshit. I'm getting pissed because I can't find what I need to talk about next. There we go. About fucking time. A woman's visit. We go from that to Mickie James with Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. Now, many people thought Mickie James would not make a great heel upon her return. She shut a lot of people up right away, including me. So, Mickie James, I've watched you since I was a young little kid. You will always be a fucking fan of mine. I still got that little 10-year-old crush on. I still got that fucking 16-year-old crush on you. So, give me the chance, I would bone the fuck out of you. But that's the fan. Boy, that's the fan in me coming out. But anyway, let's go from that part of me to the professional side. After her shocking return of Mickie James last Tuesday night on SmackDown Live, was tasked with capitalizing on the women's division and newfound momentum. I believe it did this by setting up 2 new feuds out, continuing another. Let's start with James, who was attacked by Lynch during a ring interview with Renee Young. James attempted to escape through the crowd, which promoted Lynch to chase after her. Lynch did not get far. However, as SmackDown Live's Women's Champion Alexa Bliss cut her off in mid-pass at the barricade, she went with an elbow, pulled her back, and then Lynch got double teamed by Lynch got double teamed by James and Bliss. I'm sorry, guys, a little too hype today. But what do I gotta say? What do I gotta say about that? Good shit. Good little segment. I liked it. It was alright. It did good for me. It did what it was supposed to do. It kept me intrigued with what's gonna happen next. No build to the Rumble. No build, but it did keep me intrigued with what's gonna happen next. As I said before, those 2 opening segments ended up on my best list. Orton versus Harper, Mickie James segment with Becky, on my best of SmackDown. We go from, I'm gonna be real, I really don't know what part of SmackDown happened next, so we're just gonna go read the story. But later in the show, Natalya was scheduled to go against the returning Naomi. I don't even know where Naomi was, nor did I really care. I didn't even know she was her. I don't know. But anyway, she returned trying to find a match. She's supposed to go against Natalya, which Nikki Bella attacked her in the back. Before that, Nikki Bella was with an interview with Renee Young or some bitch. I don't even remember. Natalya attacked her, threw her head into a production truck, and that was Nikki's retaliation to that earlier on. But we go from that to Alexa Bliss coming out to confront Naomi, saying, "Hey, motherfucker, I don't have to do shit for you. I don't have to give you a title match or nothing." That's basically what had happened. Is this going to lead to a Naomi-Alexa Bliss feud? I so fucking hope so. Naomi is so underrated, so underused, so underutilized, and she is so fucking talented. Why don't they see that? You can fucking help her her promo work, what she needs help with. That's the only fucking thing that's probably holding her back. You can help her with that while she's on her title run. But WWE, you know how they are. Like, you gotta do shit on your own, man. Like, no, that's fucking bullshit. You can help your fucking talent. NXT did. I don't know. It's fucking bull. But, we're gonna go up. This fucking thing pissed me off here. This little thing just irked my nerves, and I really did not care for this whatsoever. 10-man battle royal to earn a spot in the Royal Rumble. Short and sweet. I'm just gonna say this right now. It was full of tag teams. Tag teams, basically. Mojo Rawley. Once I saw him by himself, I said to myself, he's gonna win this fucking thing. So I didn't even watch the match. It was so predictable. Mojo won. That's on the worst part of SmackDown. Didn't care. Didn't give a shit really. Not worth talking about. But I will say this though. Who did the Vaudevillains piss off? Are they still pissed because of what they did to Enzo? Like, come on guys. That was over almost a year ago. Time to forgive and forget here. Come on guys. That was bullshit. It was a fucking accident. But anyway, that's that. We're going to go to something that did a lot of good, and that was the AJ Styles Cena segment. Every time they're in the ring together, they do gold. I'm sorry. I fucking jizz my pants every time they're fucking together. But I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to see Cena win this Sunday. I want to see AJ defend that title at WrestleMania, but I doubt it's going to happen. But anyway, Styles said that Cena, where's the beginning of the story? I don't want to start from the middle. Okay, there we go. Once every blue moon, Cena ditches his happy-go-lucky attitude and gets serious. We know he does that very well. When he does that, no one is safe, not even the man that pinned him 3 times in 2016. AJ Styles. The man that is the WWE World Champion, AJ Styles, called out Cena Tuesday night to have one final confrontation with the 15-time World Champion before they have their match at the Royal Rumble. Styles said he felt disrespected by Cena on the Today Show when he was referred to as the guy from Atlanta. He also felt disrespected by his placement on the Royal Rumble poster, which I do agree with, by the way. He is your WWE champion. He needs to be up front with the legends. Not on the same row with Goldberg, but like at least like with like Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns, or give one of those spots to Seth AJ Styles. Like give him fucking Charlotte's spot. Give him Roman's spot or somebody. Or make room. I don't fucking know, bro. That's fucking bullshit. But, Styles... Okay. He also felt disrespected with the Rumble poster, which has been a hot button issue on social media amongst fans. Like me. Amongst the fans. Everybody's pissed. But, I don't know. They must feel something with AJ. Styles then said, like Cena, he wouldn't have made it on the independent scene. Like he did. Cena goes to bury the indies here. Cena eventually came out on a new sporting show that said Styles isn't the guy from Atlanta, but is rather just a guy that has been WWE champion only because he allowed it to happen. I kind of disagree with that, John, but anyway, Cena then said that he wasn't made for the independent circuit. Instead, he was made to make it in WWE. He also said the Royal Rumbles. At the Royal Rumble, Styles will find out why Cena has been the top man in WWE for more than the last decade before leaving the ring. Cena's comments towards Styles in the independent circuit may ruffle some fans' feathers, but I'll take that over some of the robotic speeches we tend to get from other various superstars in the WWE. At the very least, Cena comes across as a real person, and the reason why people may frown upon some of the things he said was because they believed he actually felt that way. The same goes for Styles, who was probably really offended by referred as merely the guy from Atlanta on national television and being tucked away and back from the Royal Rumble poster despite being WWE champion. Again, he needs to be up front. Fuck whoever made that poster. At the end of the day, it only made people want to see this match more. I kind of do now. No, not gonna lie, which was the purpose of this segment. The match is going to be fantastic. Regardless, both Cena and Styles have phenomenal, pardon the pun, matches in the past. We'll look to top those at the Rumble. Okay, that was a mouthful to say, first of all. Do I think they're going to top what they did previously? Possibly. Who knows? But then again, I may be wrong. I hope they do. This was the only thing that built towards the Rumble, in my opinion, on SmackDown. As I'm reading this and as I'm looking at my notes and thinking about this right now, Raw did not do that much either. I've heard everybody say Raw. I've heard a couple of people say Raw did better in building the Rumble than SmackDown did. If you think about it, people, they're pretty even. So, but anyway, one more thing. We're going to end it right here with the main event. I could go on and on. This is it right here. The main event. I'm not going to go over the Carmella stuff. That was cringe. I didn't give a fuck. Odds are everybody thought it was stupid. If y'all really... First of all, before I go into this, it was a lumberjack match. The last lumberjack match we seen was with Ambrose and Rollins. That was probably the best lumberjack match I've seen in my lifetime. I like lumberjack matches, I do, because it's chaotic. That gives everybody an excuse to beat the crap out of each other. I like that type of shit. Excuse me, guys, but, let me see here. And by the way, guys, just know if I don't mention anything on either show, it's because I didn't give a shit about it. So, it's the fact that I didn't write it down, and I don't care. But, we're going to go to the main event. Ambrose and Miz for the IC title. If I can find the notes for this. Oh my god. Like I said earlier, it's so discombobulated. Unlike most years, what happens for nowhere was that SmackDown Live took to a smart approach by booking Ambrose against the Miz in a lumberjack match for the IC title. That way it would at least explain why the entire roster would be in the ring, tearing each other apart. The match went exactly how most have expected. Ambrose and Miz tossed each other out of the ring and beaten up by their foes. Things eventually broke down. The Lumberjacks beat the crap out of each other. And after the melee had ended, you see Ambrose hit the Miz with Dirty Deeds and win the championship. As I say that, you forget that Baron Corbin started this whole feud, and he basically ended it by tossing everybody over the top rope, but it's somewhat of a tribute to the Royal Rumble. Ambrose gets rid of Corbin, and then he pins the Miz. As I say that, as I'm looking at my notes here, I have to say that my God, I can't give a winner this week. A decisive winner this week. But you know what? I am going to give a winner this week. I'm going to give Raw this victory this week. Only because they did, in my opinion, the best build to the Royal Rumble with the ending of the show. Yes, it was with part-timers. But you know what? In my opinion, they won. They won this week. Raw finally gets a victory in my book. The show was dog shit. I'm going to just say that now. The show was dog shit. But you know what? You can build a dog shit show, but you gotta promote to your pay-per-view, which they did. SmackDown show was flowed okay, but it did no promotion towards the Rumble. Everything made sense, but there was no promotion. I mean, I hope you guys see that. I mean, Raw did have a shit show, as I just said, but they did promoting to the Rumble. SmackDown did the exact opposite. Good show, but no promotion to the Rumble. I don't know, it's fucking complicated as shit. I mean, I had to think about this. I had to reread this and look at the show. We watched both shows twice before I did this. So, but that's your best and worst of Raw and SmackDown, episode 5 this week. Where am I at? Holy shit, I'm at 36 minutes. As I'm finishing it up, it is almost 4 o'clock. I've been on here for that fucking long. Oh my God, it's time for me to go eat. Hit that like and subscribe button if you hit this video by accident. Follow me on Twitter at RobbieBird23. It'll say Bird2393. All the other YouTube stuff I do daily. Follow me on Twitter again, RobbieBird23. Bird2393 will be the name, as is this YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button for other content, like going to be later in the day. My top 5 personal breakout stars that I want to see be good this year. I'm going to give you a hint. It's going to shock a lot of people. And one of them, I repeat, one of them is on my list, is a former IC champion, and he revolutionized SmackDown. There's a hint right there, people. That's a hint. And the rest, you can guess around that. But my name is Robbie. I will catch you guys in the next video I do. Y'all keep it easy. Y'all be good. And y'all don't kill yourselves and don't do drugs. It's bad for you. Just look at me. Just look at my beard. Look at me, man. Nah, I'm just fucking off, y'all. Y'all be careful. Y'all drive safe. Y'all be good.